Hey guys! So Kelsey here, and I wrote another poem for a friend who was dealing with something, and she really liked it and she said it really helped her. So I thought I would share it with all of you since a lot of people have been requesting that I post another poem. So this poem is titled Frostbitten, and if you haven't seen my other one, the link will be in the description box below, and I really hope you guys enjoy. His lips sent chills up my spine when they graced my burning skin, causing goosebumps to rise like waves on the ocean. They came in with a crash, but left silent as if they were never really there, like him. His hands left burns and bruises, but after he had left, they faded, making me think they were never really there. He brought out the light in me, but after he slammed the door, I was left cold and broken in the dark. And I'm left with the scary truth that he's gone, that I will never experience his scent or his freezing cold hands, much like his heart. Cold as ice. When we first met, I felt that ice heart he had tried to hide all his life. I hoped my warm hands could warm his icy heart, but instead, I'm left with frostbitten hands. I used to depend on his opinion, but now I'm left only depending on my own, much like how we used to depend on the sun for light before we created our own, or how the sun depends on the moon to set before the sun can shine again. I'm left here soaking my hands in warm water, praying I won't have to lose a finger over my poor choices to try and save a poor soul from drowning, but was instead pulled in. It burns much like being on fire. When they ask you, would you rather burn to death or freeze, respond with both. Because I can tell you from experience, they feel the same. I'm left wishing I hadn't allowed my hands to lie in his grasp as long as I did, much like I wish I had left the first night I decided to spend the night, or the first time he took off his mask, showing the demon he tried to keep hidden and in control as I allowed him to rip at my white wings and bite my lip, not allowing myself to cry out in pain as he began to draw blood. His dark chocolate eyes used to start up the flame in me when he looked in my direction, but now, after I have seen his dark side, I'm left with chills. His glance has the power to reopen healed wounds that I have attempted to patch up with whatever I could find around me. He is the first one to point out my flaws or call me dirty names, not realizing this is my way of healing what he managed to rip apart without a second thought. My white wings are covered in black feathers from frostbite and from the flame he lit up inside me. When I roll over at night, I reach to feel his cold body, which I used to wrap myself around to warm, but instead I'm left feeling an empty space. Much like the empty space I allowed him to leave in my heart, I should have known when I saw the ice he left in his footprints and the dead plants he caused when we walked into a room that he was no good. They tell the story of Lucifer being sent down from heaven for turning against God due to his despiting humans. I forgot that he was once an angel too, and still knows how to sweet talk. I forgot how good he was at pretending he could truly fall in love with anyone but himself. Much like him, I allowed someone to help me up from wiping out on the ice he had caused. I used to have a flame inside of me, but I allowed him to cut me open with his claws and put it out while we kissed. He distracted me enough to forget to clean my recently opened chest wound, causing it to get infected, much like how he infected everything he touched. He left a path of destruction everywhere he dares to travel. It would have been easy to follow his tracks if I wasn't frozen in the ice I fell in trying to cross the pond to reach my own private demon and his own special angel. I'm left gasping for air after he poisoned and infected the clouds and trees around me, knowing I would be struggling to leave me less and less clean air to breathe in as the time goes on. They say your eyes begin to adjust to the dark after a couple minutes, but I don't believe I will ever adjust to the cold and dark space you left in my chest after you managed to rip out my heart without waking me. I used to dress in white, knowing I was pure, but after him, I could only find comfort in black. I was once a well-respected angel who fell in love with one of Lucifer's demons, but now I'm a fallen angel with broken wings, frostbitten hands, and an unhealable broken heart. He used me as a warning sign to show all the others what he could do if they ever tried to cross his path. I was some sick and twisted game, his favorite baby doll, as he called me. They never warn you growing up that getting burnt when you touch the stove and not wearing gloves on an extremely cold day feel the same. Just like when you look up at the sun and go blind is the same when you first turn off the lights. You're left with black and orange spots everywhere, blurring your vision. Or how the first time you get your heart broken feels the same as having your heart ripped straight out of your chest. He tasted like a nice cold glass of water that hits just the right spot on a hot day, but gives you a brain freeze if you drink too fast. I feel used, but I can't say I don't still miss you. And I just want to kiss your lips and feel them against mine. I miss the burn they left as I had to rip them away from yours. I miss the chill that you used to send up my spine and the goosebumps only you could cause. I'm left broken, covered in black, frostbitten skin, and left smelling the scent of my own burning flesh from everywhere I ever dared to touch. I was once so warm, but now I'm like you, cold. His lips sent chills up my spine when they graced my burning skin, causing goosebumps to rise like lightning and thunder. They came in with a crash, but left silent with just a little bit of rain as if they were never there. I'm living proof on why angels and demons should never fall in love. I was once an angel with white wings. I'm now a fallen angel with frostbite, burning wings, and an icy heart. Thank you.